Okay, go ahead and open up Photoshop, and what you're going to do to start, go ahead, go File, New, and this time watch carefully here. Just go ahead and leave it as Entitled 1. We can save that at the end. Preset here, clipboard, let's change that to US paper. Okay, so now it's 8.5 by 11. And I want you to change the resolution to 200 pixels, 200 pixels per inch, okay? And make sure that the background down here is white. A lot of yours might be set at transparent. Just go ahead and leave it as white, okay? Then go ahead and just press OK. And now we're actually going to make one more document here, okay? So go ahead and go File, New again, okay? Leave it as Entitled 2. Let's go ahead and go back to US paper. Okay, now this time, I want an image that is going to fit into this document the first document that I made 4 times. So what's going to be half of 8.5? 4.25. What's going to be half of 11? That's going to be 5.5. Now, my resolution for my last screen or my last document was 200, so I want to go ahead and make sure that that is set at 200 again, not 300. Okay, go ahead, just leave the background white and press OK. All right, so now you can see that we have the 2 documents here. I'm going to go ahead, let's start on an Untitled 2. Let's make this a little bigger. Okay. Now this will be easier. I want you to be able to see that gray screen around the outside. So you see that I did that just by dragging it. Okay, and you can remember, you can move this within here. Okay, so now you need to get from your folder on your desktop, the celebrity or whatever person that you pick to do this project. Okay, so I'm going to open up my folder here. And here's my image right here. So you can just drag and drop it. Okay, and that'll take me back. Okay. So now I'm going to get rid of this. All right, so now what you are going to do, you'll see this X right here. Just go ahead and press enter, and that'll, oh, I'm not sure why that happened. Let's try that again. Drag and drop. Okay, I don't know why that did that before, but go ahead, press enter there. All right, so now it got rid of that. Now, we don't want all of this background in here, okay? So we are going to, I'm going to show you a new tool today that's going to help get us our person standing away from the background. We're going to kind of delete that background, okay? First, what I want you to do, if your layer, so see it created a new layer over here when I dragged in that image. If your layer looks like this, kind of looks all funky like a picture in a picture, go ahead and right click it. So if you have an Apple mouse, you do Command click and go ahead and do Rasterize Layer, okay? And that'll make things a lot easier for you. Now you see that that little picture down there went away, okay? So now I'm going to come up here and we are going to go to the magic wand tool, okay? Now it looks like a stick with a kind of some sparkles outside of it. Go ahead and I want you to hold that one down and I want you to go to the top one that says quick selection tool. Okay. Now what you are going to do, this is going to select your person from the background. So you are not selecting the background, you're going to be selecting the person. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to start clicking. Now we need to make sure that these are all connecting. So I can't have a little space that's not connected to the rest of them. So if I had this here, see this area here, I need to make sure that I get this connected to the rest of those dotted lines. I'm just going to keep clicking, and it does a pretty good job of just getting the entire outline. Now see that number, there's still a dotted line around there, so I have to get rid of those around here as well. Okay, so a solid line, a solid dotted line around there. Okay, so I should have everything selected over here. Now, because kind of his facial hair is kind of matches up with the background, it might not have picked that very well, so I might need to double check around the area. Okay, so now what you are going to do, there are two ways that you can do this. You can go up here and go select inverse, okay? Or you can go Command Shift I. It will do the same thing. Okay, so now you will see that there's a dotted line around the entire page as well. Okay, that means that you're in the right place. Now, this next step, you can go ahead and just press Command X. And now we have our person. Okay, so we did a pretty good job, and we can zoom in, Command plus, Command minus. Okay, so did a pretty good job. Now, if we were really doing this, we'll learn another tool sometime to get a really sharp edge, but this is going to be pretty good for what we need today. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out. Make sure that you can see that gray edge because we're going to need that. Okay, so now we are ready to make our person fit this entire page and that entire white space. So what we are going to do, go ahead and press Command T. Okay, so Command T, we've done this before by going up to Edit, Transform. Okay, Command T is the hotkey for that, so you don't have to go edit every time. So just press Command T. Now we have a highlight here. Now, if I want to go to adjust this now, I can do that, but it's going to go every way I move it, okay? So is this right here proportionate to what a person actually is? No, okay? So in order to keep our image in proportion, what you can do, so I'm going to go ahead and Command Z to get this back. As you are moving this, just hold this Shift key down, okay? And now, no matter how I move it, it's going to stay in proportion, okay? So now what you want to do is you want to kind of line up the image so it's at the bottom, and probably just so the shoulders, head, and neck are in it. You can see that mine kind of looks a little pixelated right now as I'm doing that. That's okay. It'll clear up. So I'm going to make this bigger. Then I can move that around as I'm pressing the Shift key. Don't worry about the empty space up there. We'll take care of that later. Okay. All right. I'm going to move my screen here. You could also zoom out. Okay, so that's pretty good. I'm going to then place him in the image where I want it. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and press Enter. All right, so now he is there. Now, every time I go to move him, though, all those shoulders are still there. So what we need to do is we actually have to crop the picture. Okay, and to do that, you are just going to take the crop tool and highlight all of the area that you want. So I'm going to go here. That's all I want. So I'm highlighting the entire page with the dotted line. Press Enter. And now when I go to the Move tool up here, you can see that it doesn't have those extra shoulders anymore. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that there. Now we are ready to move on to our next step. Okay, so now we need to get these two layers over here. We need to get these over to our other document. But first, what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and click the background and let's change the background color. I'm just going to go ahead. I have green. I'm going to set this to kind of a bright colored green. Okay, now I'm just going to take my paint bucket and fill that background in. Okay, now this will make it easier, kind of like a green screen for us when we move on to the next part. So now I'm going to come over here and I am going to hold these two layers down, highlighting them both. Okay, you can do that pressing Shift and clicking. Now I'm going to right click and I am going to merge the layers. Nope, I don't want to merge the layers. I'm sorry. Go ahead and duplicate layers. Okay. And go to, we're going to send it to Untitled 1. So here it says document Untitled 2. We want to switch that to Untitled 1. Press OK. Now watch what happens when you click this document up here, Untitled 1. Your image is in there. Okay. So now we are going to duplicate this on here 4 times. So watch how I'm going to do that. I'm going to go on my image, okay, and I'm not doing the background color right now, just the image. And I'm going to go ahead and you can right click and press duplicate, or the key for that, you can go Command J. And remember, I've duplicated the layer because I can see it here, but how am I going to grab it? By using the move tool, and I'm going to just move it across. Okay, and I want to get it lined up with the edges there. Okay, now I'm going to do that again. Command J. Just going to pull it down over here. All right, lining up with the edge in the bottom. And I am going to press Command J again. And drag it there. Okay. Now, what we are going to do, you are going to have we're going to change the way, you see how these shoulders don't line up? We're going to change what that looks like a little bit, okay? And to do that, watch carefully. I'm going to go here to find him, and he's up here. I know that because that's the layer I'm moving. I want to flip so his shoulders don't look so funky, that they kind of look like they're lined up together a little bit. So I can do that by going to Edit, Transform, and flip horizontally. Okay, so now they kind of looks like he's looking away from each other, but we have the shoulders nice and lined up. Okay, and now I'm going to do the same thing with that one down here. So remember, I have to find that layer, and I'm looking. Here it is. Okay, and I'm going to go Edit, Transform, and flip horizontally. Okay, so now it kind of just looks a little nicer there. Okay, so go ahead and end at this step, and we will start up on what to do with the background here in the next section.